Ben learns the truth about Spider-Man. So what is going on, you guys? MissedThePart here, back again with another video. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day as always. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about how Uncle Ben got the secret to Spider-Man. Now, in this alternate reality, we had a reality where, Aunt May was actually killed instead of Uncle Ben. And what actually happens here is Peter ends up, he ends up running home, and he finds out what happens after the wrestling match, and he sees Uncle Ben, and, they're both pretty much, talking, and the cop says, we trapped him in an old, chemical warehouse, and, Peter's talking to Uncle Ben, and Uncle Ben's trying to reason with him, and, we have Peter saying, I've got to go, I know where that warehouse is, and he actually kicks a chair and a vase in the house, and, Uncle Ben's just like, what are you talking about, Peter? I'm not letting you go anywhere. This is pretty much crazy. And, in this reality, we have a Peter Parker that is very, very similar to, our Earth 616 counterpart. And, in this reality, instead of, Peter running to catch the killer, in this alternate reality, he is so angry with himself that, he didn't stop the killer, and he's so angry with himself that, he wasn't there to prevent it from happening, that in a moment of grief and suffering, he reveals his secret to Uncle Ben, and he pretty much tells Uncle Ben that, I'm going to stop him, and you're not going to stop me. And Uncle Ben is shocked, and he's like Peter, you're the Spider-Man. And he says, yes, Uncle Ben, I'm sorry you had to find out this way, but this scum killed Aunt May, and he's going to pay for it. And we have a reality where he pretty much has to reveal himself to Uncle Ben in a way, he didn't really have to, but in a moment of rage, he was pretty much tearing the whole house down, and he thought, I didn't have any other choice. So we have Spider-Man swinging from building to building, and he knows where this killer is, and Uncle Ben's trying to catch up with Spider-Man, but he knows that he's not going to make it on time. And Spider-Man finds the killer in the warehouse, and the killer just starts punching, and he starts shooting stuff, and he's really panicking here. And Uncle Ben, he slowly gets into a service tunnel where the cops, they didn't think of that. So we have Uncle Ben pretty much in the sewer way. So Uncle Ben actually made his way through the tunnel in the warehouse, and what actually happens here is he's almost too late. We have Spider-Man that's it's you killed Aunt May, you're going to pay for this, and he's pretty much raging, you killed her. And at a moment of pretty much Peter about to kill this guy, he's about to become a murderer, and Uncle Ben stops him from pretty much pushing him out of the building. And this killer still ends up dying, just like the other one, where instead of the actual universe, this killer actually lives. So it's really weird because in the actual first one he brutally gets beat, I think, but in this one he ends up getting killed from a building. And we actually have Uncle Ben's you gotta get out of here, Peter, I know what you did, but you gotta get the heck out of here. So Uncle Ben gets actually arrested for murder, and he becomes Spider-Man, and Uncle Ben gets put to jail because he's he killed my wife, I did what I had to. And that is the story of pretty much how Spider-Man ended up revealing himself to Uncle Ben in this alternate reality. I find this really interesting and cool because in this reality, I just love the concept of how Peter was just so angry with what happened, and he just doesn't really care, and the sadness in Peter in this comic book, I can really see him going down that path. And this is just a really cool comic book. So let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about Spider-Man's fateful day, where instead of Uncle Ben dying, it was Aunt May. And what's your thoughts on Peter revealing himself to Uncle Ben? Anyways, as always, if you guys did enjoy this video, do make sure to subscribe, share, and turn notifications on so you and your friends are all up to date with the latest content. But anyways, as always, peace out.